Hey there, today's video is on Are people still moving to Utah? Did you miss out? Well, the short answer is yes, people are still moving to Utah, so you can just stop watching my video right now because everyone is still moving here to Utah. But if you want to know why, then keep watching this video as I go into more detail. You'll know if making a move to Utah is the right thing for you or not. First off, you need to decide what part of Utah you want to live. There are 5 main areas that I'm going to cover, and people reach out to me to find out all about the differences between them when they want to make a move to Utah. The team and I can help you anywhere in Utah. So, the areas in Utah people are moving to most: the St. George Hurricane area. I don't know why they call it Hurricane when it's hurricane, but anyhow, the main pros of living down in that area is the weather is really, really nice. It gets hotter in the summer. It'll get into the high 100s, 110s. In the wintertime, it doesn't get as cold as the rest of Utah. So they do a lot of like sports events during the wintertime down there when Salt Lake City has snow on the fields and that sort of thing. So the area down there is mainly the weather and a lot of the things you can go do in the outdoors down there. There's the national parks down there. You're an hour and 45 minutes away from Las Vegas, so you have a really nice airport that's relatively close for you to get to when you want to fly anywhere. In Vegas, you can go everywhere, plus all the cool stuff in Las Vegas that you get to go do. So that is a great area that people are moving to. It's exploding in size, sort of like Palm Springs, what that used to be like. But Palm Springs is really, really expensive. Well, St. George, it's creeping up in price, but right now it's still affordable and a great place to make a move to. The next area I want to talk about is Moab. Kind of like got like a hippie kind of vibe to it. You're into 4x4ing, side by sides, jeeping, anything like that, then you would have known about Moab. They also have a national park there for you to go to, and it's really, really awesome. Every year they do an Easter Jeep safari for like 7, 8 days, something like that. And the national park that's there is the Arches National Park, and you can go see that. But that's super cool. So that's Moab. Moving up next, north on the list is Utah County. So this is where Provo, Lehigh, American Fork, Saratoga Springs, Eagle Mountain, Vineyard, Alpine, Highland, and there's a few other cities that are mixed in there. But that's Utah County. They have less property taxes than they do in Salt Lake County. Same weather. You have Utah Lake that's right there. A lot of different things that are in Utah County. That's where BYU is located. Just you're going to figure out if you want to be in Utah County or Salt Lake County based on where you're going to be working, what you want to be able to do. You're a little further from all the ski resorts, and some of the hiking that you want to go do is more in the Salt Lake area, but you can definitely get there within 45 minutes. Then you have the Salt Lake City metro area. So Salt Lake City is where the majority of the people live. Not many people that I've helped actually move to Salt Lake City in general. They'll move to one of the nearby cities like Draper, Harriman, South Jordan, West Jordan, Cottonwood Heights, Sandy, that sort of thing. And then you have North Salt Lake, where you have Farmington, Bountiful, Kaysville, Centerville, Layton, Ogden, Clearfield. So that's kind of like the Salt Lake City metro area. And then the last area that people are moving to mostly is Park City, Heber, and Midway. And that's if they want to be close to the ski resorts. And you have a really good budget because you're looking at 900,000 at the bare minimum, up to 50 million. Just depends on what you want to spend. But in that area, you're really looking at $1.5 million to $3 million to get something that's really, really nice up in that area. So, what is the biggest question that they ask me? That is Utah still affordable? Well, depending upon where you're moving from, or if you have a really good paying job, or lots of cash from selling your home, then that will be your answer. So, low property tax rate here in Utah. House prices are going to be anywhere from $250,000 condo to a $50 million mansion and everything in between. We can definitely talk about that when you reach out to us about the different areas and cities. They're all going to have different prices. So, first thing that we do when we talk to you is the team and I figure out a general area that fits your lifestyle, fits your needs, what you want to do, where you're going to be working, what you like to do for fun, all of that we need to know so we can help put you in the right area of Utah. But every part of Utah is amazing. It's awesome here completely. We should have moved here years ago. We waited too long, I think, just to make that move, but you don't need to wait any longer to make that move if you're considering Utah. Safety is next on my list, and Utah is regarded as one of the safest states with very little crime, according to online websites. I recommend that you definitely do your own research on safety, but that's what we did when we moved here. Schooling, we have some of the best schools and colleges called Utah home, and they're even really affordable, even if you aren't a resident of Utah. When we relocated here, we found that they were much more affordable than we thought schools were going to be, and they're even more affordable when you are a resident. You have the University of Utah that's located here in Salt Lake, Utah State, BYU, Utah Valley University, and Utah Valley University. My daughter just got her cooking degree, went to school 2 years there, and now has a degree, so she's Chef Megan. We have Southern Utah University, Weber State University, SLCC Community College, and they're even expanding to Harriman, building a brand new satellite community college there. But the interesting thing about SLCC is it's like the second highest rated community college in the nation, which didn't know that, but we were doing some research and found that out. So checking out great schools in niche.com is helpful for finding the schools, but you've probably already done a lot of research on schooling, but just know we have good schooling here in Utah. If you're liking this video so far, please give me a thumbs up, as that's really helpful for me. Thank you. Next up is recreation and outdoors, and this was a huge reason for us making that move here to Utah. All the cool things you get to do outdoors. Missed that in Nashville because of the humidity. Stopped me from wanting to do outdoor stuff. People still went and kayaked and paddleboarded and all of that stuff. I didn't want to go do it because I hated being outside with a humid time, and then the winter time it wasn't nice to be outside. But anyhow, here you can boat, you can kayak, you can paddleboard, you can go to 5 national parks that are incredible. You can go to canyons, you can see red rock, you can fish, fly fish, hike, camp, 4x4, Moab's here. We have the best snow on earth in Utah, absolutely, for snow skiing, snowboarding, snowmobiling, snowshoeing, cross country skiing, whatever you want to do in the outdoors, you can do here in Utah because we have amazing weather. So from around May or June through October, it's super nice to be outdoors and doing like all of the outdoor type of stuff that doesn't require snow. And then we start to get snow at the end of October, November-ish area, and ski resorts open about the middle of November typically. So we'll see if that holds true this year. It did for both of the past 2 years that we've lived here. But just know that you can do all of the snow stuff from typically mid-November through April. And I think they skied all the way through June or July here. I know you could ski all the way in Mammoth till July. But, that's in California. Job opportunities, there are a ton of jobs waiting here, good paying jobs. Lehi has a ton of tech sector jobs, so if you want to be in the tech sector, that's the Lehi area. They have a place, they have a nickname for that area, and it's called Silicon Slopes. Unemployment ranking for Utah, it's typically in the top 10. Usually it's in the top 5 in the nation, below 3%. So unemployment rating here is really, really low. Transportation, most of the state doesn't have great public transportation. However, the Salt Lake City area, amazing public transportation. So we are the biggest hub for Delta Airlines at the Salt Lake City Airport. So you can get direct flights to lots of areas. You can take our growing light rail system, what they call the track, which is the red, yellow, and blue lines. And you can use that to get around Salt Lake City area really, really easily. They also have the front runner train that you can go from Provo all the way up into Ogden, Layton area. So just know public transportation. If you need that, Salt Lake City is going to be the area you pick. Otherwise, you're going to be riding buses or Uber, Lyft, or some rideshare stuff in other areas of Utah. Sports. We are really, really big Utah Jazz fans here. So if you're an NBA fan, you got your basketball team. College football is a close second, with the University of Utah having a fabulous team. pretty much every year. The last 2 years, they went to the Rose Bowl and lost. So we'll see if we can make it back there this year and actually win the game. BYU has a good football team as well, typically. We have an ECHL hockey team here. We have a AAA baseball team here. There's talks of moving a MLB team or getting an expansion team here in Draper area, I believe. And then they want to bring an NHL hockey here to Salt Lake City, maybe to the Draper area as well. But I think it'll probably be in Salt Lake. They want to rebuild a new arena for the Jazz, so that would be the right time to bring an NHL team in. It would be stadium over again. And then we have a professional rugby team here that's super cool. We just went to that a few weeks ago and watched a rugby match. My first one I've ever seen live. It's actually pretty cool. I learned most of the rules by a couple of people around me that were able to share why they do certain things. It was very, very interesting to watch and something definitely watch different than football for sure. And then we have an MLS soccer team here as well. So sports are a big thing here in Utah. If you're a sports fan, and then of course, whatever team you're rooting for, you'll probably still keep rooting for them, just like me being an Anaheim Ducks fan for hockey. I followed them when we moved to Nashville, and I still follow them now. So hopefully Utah is something that you're considering. And if you are, you got to reach out to me and the team so we can help put you in the right area of Utah. What makes the most sense for you? There are a ton of different things, pros and cons of living in different areas. I have videos on a lot of different cities and areas. If you'd like to see something more, just comment below and I'll try and make a video on that as well. But thank you so much for watching my video today, and until next time, be rad.